was younger, I went to church with my family, and I went to a more legalistic church. To some degree, drew me away from my faith, not being able to ask questions, and that was always hard for me. Went to school for cognitive science and biology, and eventually going into research. Kevin talked about a link series. There's kind of links in people's lives that bring us to faith. The first one was when I was 14. I had someone pray for me, and I felt the Holy Spirit moving through me, and it's the only thing I can describe it as. I've never felt it since. I've only felt it that one time. And then when I was in school, I had a professor. He ended up being a fairly devout Christian, and we talked for a large amount of time. I had a few friends who were even more linear in their viewpoint than I was, who transitioned kind of out of the blue to a Christian faith. And that ended up really getting me back into reading more about Christ, reading more about faith. And I just kind of had these baby steps going back into following Christ. And so I had found Westbrook. I had a conversation with Carrie and Kevin on a lot of these questions and asking them. And it was just a very good conversation. I felt accepted by Kevin. I felt the church was, had a lot of similar people who like to ask those difficult questions. I joined a small group that is all about difficult questions called the Colossian Forum, where we're kind of not debating, but discussing different types of challenging topics. And that's been really helpful for me. So over time, I've been able to get more of those questions. And even though I haven't always come to an answer, I guess, something that's more black and white, which I'm used to, I felt much more comfortable in that journey, and much more comfortable kind of finding my faith and accepting that I don't need to know everything before I have faith and trust in something.